So we went to the SaaStr conference in February. Once you go to that conference, you come away with a completely different view on the size of the markets that you're looking at and sort of the things that you need to do to be able to tap into those markets. So it completely changes the way you think, just in 3 days.
SaaStr, I think, really opened our eyes up to the fact that businesses that we look up to are not stopping. We look up to ones that are, how we see, are incredibly successful, financially doing amazingly well, have huge numbers of users and customers globally, and yet when they're interviewed about what their next plans are, there is always a plan, and there's a plan for the plans. They are constantly getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that was really great to see that it's not a short game for a lot of these really successful companies. They're in it to grow.
In our experience, I guess, from running the company here in New Zealand and also being in San Francisco for the time that we were there, is Kiwis need to pay attention to asking questions, and very direct questions, of potential partners or customers in the United States, because customers in the United States and partners like being asked a very direct question with an ask on the end. So that's something that I think we learnt very, very quickly. Going in with a sort of Kiwi, hi, how you going? It's great, and I think Americans do like that, but in the end they actually want to know, why are we talking? So that was one of the things that we learnt.
We took so many notes at SaaStr, it wasn't funny, and then we came back and realised that some of the decisions that we made really early on was not right for the scale of growth that we want to do with the company. So it's about accepting that you didn't quite do something the best way possible in the first time, but change it, and change it as quickly as you can.
So we went to the Kiwi Landing Pad Jam, and I think the great thing for us was it was a bit of a reminder of, it was almost like Kiwi Landing Pad brought San Francisco, a piece of San Francisco, into New Zealand to show people what it's like and what the environment can feel like just in one day. And that is, I think, is very valuable. Out of that, it just reminded us of our time in the US, and we sort of walked away from that day re-talking about the things that we had learnt and experienced when we were in San Francisco, so very valuable.
Sometimes when you're overseas in market and you're away from that kind of day-to-day running the business, managing the product and things like that, when you're offshore, you have even more ideas and you've got that time to think and time to plan. So having the Sales and Marketing Jam back in New Zealand, we made time for that, and then it was like another revitalisation of some of the ideas and things that we had, and it just makes you constantly think about new ways of doing things. Speaker's amazing, hands down. Cool. Good choice.